Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the afternoon session of Day 2 of West District Long Course. Just before we get underway, your attention for the health and safety. In the event of emergency, no sound, staff will direct to the nearest exit. Just check where the exits are. Please ensure you keep them clear at all times. No sitting on the stairs. And swimmers leaving poolside, please dry off with appropriate clothing and footwear. No mobile phones in the toilet showers or changing areas. Anyone wishing to take any photographs, please would you ensure that you, as best as possible, concentrate on your own swimmer. And that's for team managers, coaches, parents, etc. And any images should not be shared with anyone without the consent in writing of the person or persons photographed or filmed. These can not be shared in any form of social media other than on secure club websites. Our officials this afternoon, our senior referees are Hazel Hastings and Elizabeth Fitzsimmons. Beg your pardon, it's actually Ross Stewart who's supposed to be refereeing. And our starters, Robert Fleming and Kim Chan. For swimmers this afternoon, marshalling, could you ensure you marshal roughly 15 minutes ahead of your planned events? And coaches, if you have any withdrawals, could you please advise the marshals well in advance so that they can take those swimmers out? I don't know if we'll be amalgamating any heats, but it might give us an option to do so. We have a very full programme this afternoon. Expected to finish just a few minutes before 3 o'clock. We kick off with 6 heats of 800 metres mixed freestyle. For those of you who have just joined us on live stream, you had Jackie Smith this morning. Jackie's still here this afternoon, and I'll probably be with you. I'm Robert Taylor. I'll be with you as well with Jackie throughout the afternoon session. You heat 2 swimmers for the 800 free. Sarah McGuffey, Struan Henry, Olivia Lynn, Emma Patterson. That's City of Glasgow, Dumfries, Inverclyde, City of Glasgow. Could you make your way up to the marshalling area? We just want to double check all those 4 swimmers will take part. If not, if we've got 1 swimmer missing, we can combine the first 2 heats. So quickly, could you just pop up and let everyone know that you're there? So it's 2 City Glasgow, a Dumfries and an Inverclyde swimmer. We're just quickly checking. They are here this afternoon and will be taking part in Heat 2. If not, then we can combine the 2 heats. So I think we're all good to go. So swimmers, we'll get you underway very shortly with the first heat. So we will block on lane 2. So all events this morning, this afternoon, similar to this morning. Everything in excess of 400 metres, it's 12, 13, 14-year-old ages. The 11s don't swim those distances, they swim all the other events. So first heat we have into lane 2, Casey Crisp from Kilbride, North Ayrshire, and in 4, Rebecca Motion from Kilbride. Casey 12 this year, the other 2 girls 13. Entry times for the swimmers, Casey's in at 12:02:50, Anna 11:29:30. And Rebecca 11:33:60. Lately those times are all short course times converted to long course. And you usually find with short course conversions to long course, the swimmers entry time, long course, if they swim pretty close to that, then they've had a really good swim. It's usually a little bit slower than a long course pool, due to the fewer turns they get. So Rebecca Motion 1:22:44, Hannah 1:23:24 and 1:23:45 for Casey. So important to take it out steady, not go out too fast. So 16 lengths of the pool. These girls have got those of you watching on the live stream, you'll see our turn judges. Number 13 showing 13 laps of 50, 650 metres to go from that point. And when the swimmers come down with 100 metres to go, our turn judges will get a bell out, and that bell will ring at the point roughly the swimmers go under the flags 5 metres out, and they continue ringing until the swimmer gets to that 5 metre point. So 2 Kilbride girls, 1 and 2 at the moment. Still Becca turning in 2:52:07. Casey 2:52:66. Hannah 2:54:25. A couple of seconds or so between the 3 girls at the moment. So the first 100 around an 82.5, the second 100 just under 90 seconds. See how the next 100 goes. That should be pretty close to the 90-second or so range. I'll give you an idea at that point of likely finish for the girls. Maybe a good body length clear now for Casey, and a similar distance back to Hannah. So at the 300 mark, 4:20.05, 4:21.60 for Casey, and 4:24.01 for Hannah. So Hannah about 4 seconds back on Rebecca at the moment. That pace just slipped a fraction, or in fact it picked up just a fraction to an 88. So Rebecca's entry time 11:33. She's pacing maybe about 10 seconds above that pace at the moment. At the 350 mark, leads by roughly 3 seconds. So the next turn will be halfway mark. We take that time and roughly double it, add on a few seconds. That's potentially pretty close to the finish time. So 5:47.46 for Rebecca. Give us a finish time somewhere a little bit under the 11:40 mark potentially. So we'll hand you over to Jackie, who will bring this one home.
Thank you, Robert. So the girls make their way down to the turn at the 450. They'll see lap cards telling them they've got 7 lengths still to go. And it is Rebecca Motion, a 13-year-old from East Kilbride, still leading here. .11:33 is her entry time, so a little bit outside of that at the moment on the current pacing. But she has moved into the second half of the race, and she'll come up to the turn with 300 metres still to go. 2 girls, Hannah McMillan and Casey Crisp, are in behind her. Casey, Rebecca's teammate, in second. There we go, 7:14.27 for Rebecca. So the pace is picked up a little bit. We've moved from an 87 to an 86. Looking at a finish time of around 11:34. So let's see what Rebecca can do against her entry time this afternoon. Casey and Hannah in behind Rebecca. Five lengths to go for Rebecca. Casey turns in behind her. Hannah in behind her. Really nothing to split Casey and Hannah. So second and third could change hands. But they will have to keep moving if they want to catch Rebecca, who looks very comfortable out there in the lead. She'll have 200 metres to go after this turn. Let's have a look at the pace once we get the time here. His arms and legs will be beginning to hurt now. 8:41.85. Oh, so let's just drop the pace a little bit over that last 100. Casey's moving herself through firmly into second place as Hannah just falls in behind Casey now. As Robert said, Casey's just 12 years of age, the youngest swimmer of the 3 in the water. And she'll know what her teammate can do from training. So as we all know, the medals are awarded to 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old. So Casey's in for a medal. She's the only 12-year-old doing tackling this 800 meter this afternoon. Looking very comfortable there in second place. Trying to close the gap between herself and her teammate Rebecca, who continues to lead. So let's see what Rebecca comes in. She hears the bell. She's got 2 lengths to go. 10:06.62 for Rebecca, 10:11.66 for Casey, and 10:15.60 for Hannah. Done it again, Robert. Oh no, sorry, you haven't done it. Right. So Rebecca has picked up the pace. We're looking at around 74 for the last 100. 11:30 is the estimated finish time for this 800 meters for her. She'll have been moved on by the sound of the bell, knowing she's got 2 lengths to go. She's turning for the final turn. 10:48.28. So we're looking at hopefully a finish time for her of around 11:28. She'll be well pleased with that if she can keep this going. Those arms and legs will really be beginning to hurt, but she's just got to keep moving through the water. Casey's coming through really well in this final length. Looking very strong there in lane 2, but it will be Rebecca Motion who takes this in a time of 11:29.16. 5-second personal best over her entry time. 11:31.71 for Casey. She'll be well pleased with that. Knocked over 30 seconds from her entry time as Hannah McMillan comes in a time of 11:41.90. So we move on to Heat 2 of event 401, and in lane 2, Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow. 3, Struan Henry, Dumfries. 4, Olivia Lynn, Inverclyde. And 5, Emma Patterson, City of Glasgow. So the only male representative in this heat is the Dumfries swimmer, Struan Henry, but all 4 swimmers are 13 years of age. 11:13, 11:14 and 11:19 are entry times here. And it is lane 5, Emma Patterson from City of Glasgow turning first, 36.72. Sarah McGuffey, 37.45. Olivia Lynn, 37.63, and Struan Henry, 37.81. It is all about pacing here for this. Go off too fast, you may run out of energy. So you need to pace yourself in the early stages of this race. But it is Emma Patterson lead the field in after 100 metres. Her teammate Sarah McGuffey in behind her. Struan Henry from Dumfries now up in third. Olivia Lynn in behind him. 700 metres to go. Emma Patterson continues to lead the field in lane 5. She'll know what her teammate Sarah McGuffey can do, who's swimming in lane 2 this afternoon, and vice versa. It's Emma leading ahead of Sarah there. Really less than half a second between the pair of them at that turn. 1:58.47 for Emma, 1:58.92 for Sarah, 2:01.81 for Struan, and 2:02.01 for Olivia. So our leaders are in lanes 2 and 5. Sarah looks like she's gaining the advantage over Emma. So not panic, however. Just keep going. Girls come up into the turn after 200 metres, and it's Sarah McGuffey and now out in front. 2:39.87 against Emma Patterson, 2:40.49. Olivia Lynn up in third now, 2:44.74, and Struan 2:45.02. So on current pacing, they're certainly looking at a finish time well inside entry times of around 10:56. All four of them, as I said a moment ago, 11:13, 11:14, 11:19. So over the 11 minutes, they'll be pleased if they can get in under the 10. Under the 11, I beg your pardon. As the two City of Glasgow swimmers continue to lead the field, Sarah McGuffey and Emma Patterson. Sarah has the advantage over her teammate, Emma Patterson. And in behind these two City of Glasgow swimmers, we have Struan Henry and Olivia Lynn. Struan just has regained the advantage over Olivia, but Sarah turns there. 4:02.69. Just have a look. She's keeping a very steady pace of around 82 at the moment. So not much change in the estimated finish time. She's beginning to move. Sarah's beginning to move ahead of Emma now, and get a bit of a distance between the pair of them. So lap cards show they've got 9 lengths still to go. Sarah McGuffey, 4:44.19. She's got an advantage of about a second and a half over her teammate Emma Patterson. 4:45.93 for Emma. 4:53.62 for Struan, and 4:54.49 for Olivia. So all about keep pacing yourself, knowing where you are in the race, what you've still got left to do. We'll have a look at the pace as the girls come up to the turn at 400 metres with half of the race done and dusted. 5:24.69. So the pace still remaining around the 82 seconds. So all very steady for these girls at the moment. And for the second half of the race, I will pass you over to Robert.
Thank you, Jackie. Thanks, Jackie. The two City Glasgow girls are quite a distance ahead of Olivia and Struan. About 3-second difference. Looks certainly that Sarah McGuffey is going the better of the two. 6:05.37. She now has just a shade over 4 seconds advantage. 6:07.45. Pace, if anything, might just be a fraction faster than it was. Sort of high 82s last couple. And the most recent one bang on 82. We're looking about something like 6:47. That's gone a little bit faster again, so certainly Sarah's picked that up. That's 82 previous, 81.5 now. and now leads virtually 5 seconds ahead of her teammate Emma Patterson. Olivia Lynn has opened up a bit of a gap between herself and Struan Henry. Those two both have entry times almost identical, 11:13. Sarah's entry time 11 minutes 14 dead. Emma 11:19.9. So we had a negative split in the previous race. Rebecca going out slightly slower and coming back faster than her first 400. We might find that's potentially the very same for Sarah here. Looking for a split somewhere around about 8:08. .807.67. Very steady last one. It's exactly the same. 81.48. The previous one 81.5. So we're virtually on 10:50 finish. Usually in the latter stages, swimmers just pick up that pace a little bit more. So we potentially will be inside, or could be inside 10:50. Anything under 10:49 could be a negative split. And less than 150 to go. Those of you on live stream will see the markers for those swimmers. We're down at 3. Our final 2 swimmers, they've turned down to 1. So about another 20 metres to go. And the bell will be ringing for Sarah as she reaches the flag. She's turning in 9. 24:53. Well, really picked up the pace in that last one, down to a virtual 77. So I think she's got quite a lot left in the tank, because Sarah's maybe could have gone faster after the halfway mark, but just gradually built the pace up quite significant over the last 100 or so. No, we're probably looking at something potentially under 10:40. So we're looking at 35-second potential improvement on that 11 minutes 14 entry time for Sarah. She's a very, very strong, solid second half here. And she's certainly going to negative split, going much faster in the second half than she did in the first half. A really strong finish from Sarah, and comes well inside 10:36.55. Great swim from the 13-year-old Emma Patterson, her teammate. She also has an entry time well over 11 minutes, 11:19.90. And finishes on 10:55.46. So great to see two of the swimmers well under 11 minutes. Olivia Lynn, 11:13 was her entry time, 11:09.51. And just a few seconds over his entry time, Struan Henry from Dumfries comes in 11:19 on the nose. Sorry, that's Struan, my apologies. I've got Struan Henry finishing third, 11:09.51. Olivia Lynn, 11:19. So full house for heat number 3. Jensen Basketeer in lane 1, City Glasgow. In 2, Rory Stevenson, Falkirk Otter. 3, Nikita Janiskis, Grangemouth. 4, Eva Gordon, City Glasgow. 5, Charlie Lynn, Inverclyde. And 6, Yazin Hadib from Dumfries. A couple of swimmers just under the 11-minute mark. 10:50.90, and the slowest entry time 11:09.40. So less than 20 seconds between the fastest and slowest in this one. And, 5 lads in this one, just the one girl, and that sole girl being Eva Gordon. It's gone out very strongly. There's Eva. She'll enjoy doing this distance event, a 13-year-old. One other 13-year-old girl to come in the next heat, and a further 13-year-old to go in number 5. So Eva Gordon off to a very strong start, 1:13.13, leading by well over 2 seconds. And she certainly has gone out a lot stronger than the rest of the field. But, she's accustomed to doing a lot of these distance events, so even at 13, she's got quite a bit of experience doing this. Very relaxed ahead of affairs here. 15 metres to go before we reach 200. So turning in 2:34.66. Pacing just a little bit faster that last 100 than Sarah and Emma were doing in the previous heat. Around about an 81.5 there, so we'll wait and see if the next one's pretty close to 81.5 or thereabouts, to give you an idea of potential finish time. At the moment, somewhere around 10:40ish. That will probably fluctuate a little bit over the next couple of 100 metres. So she's got about 2 seconds advantage for the swimmers in the outside lanes. Yazin Hatib, Dumfries and Jensen Basketeer, City of Glasgow in lane 1. So coming down to 300 metres. Something around 3:57. (3:57.88). Well, pace just dropped a wee bit there. Just over an 83. So we're pacing a little bit faster than the previous heat, but the leader is coming under a wee bit of pressure here as Yazin Hatib makes a bit of a move, as does Jensen Basketeer in lane 1. Two outside lanes certainly closing on Eva Gordon here. Rory Stevenson, Falkirk Otter a fair bit back and forth from Nikita Jezrinski and Charlie Lynn. Now, Eva Gordon, arms look a little bit tired at this point, not getting that pull out the water she was getting earlier. And now Yazin Hattab takes it up. He strikes the front. And we reach the halfway point. Can Eva respond? Turning in 5:20.56, 5:21.22 for Eva and 5:22.67 for Jensen. And I'll pass you over to Jackie to complete the second half.
Thank you, Robert. So yes, as we can see, the Dumfries swimmer Yasin Hattab has now taken up the lead. Pace had picked up just a little bit, around 72 for the last 100 against us over 73. Beg your pardon, that's 82 and 783. My arithmetic skills are deserting me this afternoon. So Yasin Hattab, entry time 11:09.40. We've seen him swim fairly consistently this morning and lead the field home. Certainly looking very strong there in lane 6. Eva Gordon. I think possibly just falling back a little bit off the pace and now in third. So 6:45.42 for Eva there as Yasin Hattab and Jensen Basaker in 1 and 2. So they're picking up the pace a little bit. 81.5 on that last 100. Lots of encouragement from coaches and teammates poolside. Lovely to see the sun coming out, but I'm sure some of you are being a little bit blinded by that as it comes through the glass there. So Yasin Hattab, Jensen Basketer, Eva Gordon are your 1, 2 and 3 with 250 metres to go. Saw times coming in from our winners in the last heat of sub 11 minutes. We're looking for the same, or at least these swimmers will be looking for the same for their swim. Yasin comes in 600 metres, 8:03.64. Just steady pace really at the moment. Jensen Basketer 8:06.76. Eva Gordon 8:09.18. 200 metres to go. Lap cards are showing the number 3, so they'll know when they get to the bottom. 3 lengths. Yasin turning first, Jensen second, Eva third. No change as they come down. And they'll all, our 3 leaders will hear the bell. Yasin Hattab first, Jensen Basketer second, Eva Gordon third. There we go. Yasin's hearing the bell. 2 lengths to go. 9:24.53 with 2 lengths. Jensen Basker 9:27.93. Eva Gordon 9:31.48. Rory Stevenson 9:38.47. So the pace is improving with a split there of 70, just over 70. Oh, 80. I'm really bad with my arithmetic this afternoon. Thank you, Robert. There's Yasin turn. He's heading for home. 10:01.59. He's looking to come in under 11:09.40. He's going to do this, but how much will under the 10 will he? Estimation is 10:45, but he's pretty much picked up the pace. So we're looking at 10:36 as our guesstimate here. Jensen Basketer moving fastly through the water. He'll come in behind Yasin Halley. 10:36. Well done, Robert. Jensen Basketer comes in second. His time there 10:45.27. As Eva Gordon comes in to finish in third place. 10:50.47. All improvements on their entry times for our top three in that heat. So let's hear it for Charlie Lynn. He's just heard the bell. Our 13-year-old from Inverclyde. 2 lengths to go. Finish time for Rui Stevenson, 10:57.49. As in comes Nikita Jasinski from Grangemouth in a time of 11:30.94. So lots of noise for Charlie as he goes down towards his final turn. Encouragement from his teammates, I'm sure he would appreciate. There he goes into the turn. And heading for home. Half a length to go for Charlie. And applause as he comes into the final meters of his 800 meters start this afternoon, finishing there in a time of 12:42.60. And heat 4, lane 1, Rebecca Mallin, Wales Hill Sharks. 2, Scott Watson, East Kilbride. 3, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. 4, Alexandru Vasilios from Cumbernauld. 5, Lauren Dunlop, Dumfries. And 6, Lewis Watson, East Kilbride. One 13-year-old goes in this heat. Everybody else is 14. Rebecca Mallin in lane 1, the youngest of our swimmers in this heat. And it is lane 4, 32.77. Alexandru Vasilios, the 14-year-old from Cumbernauld, taking the early lead. Alexandru did this in a number of his swims this morning. We'll see whether he can maintain this. So Alexandru will lead the field in after the first 100, followed by Lauren Dunlop from Dumfries. I think it will be Rebecca Mallin and third. I beg your pardon, no, it's Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow in third after the first 100. 1:11.20 for Alexandru. Lauren Dunlop 1:13.94 and Amy Rowell 1:15.67. So certainly no change in first and second place after 150 metres. And in third place it is still Amy Rowell, so our top three didn't change at that turn. But Alexandru really has certainly a substantial lead over our third place swimmers. Lauren Dunlop, maybe see whether she can challenge him for the lead as this race progresses. So our entry times here range from 10:29 to 10:50. So we would expect to see the field spread out. Alexandru 2:30.02 there at the turn. So Alexandru pacing around 78. If I do my calculations correctly. See what he does with that pacing as the race progresses. But he will go into the turn at 250 metres, leading the field ahead of Lauren Dunlop. 3:09.78 for Alexandru. Just about 2 seconds behind him is the Dumfries swimmer Lauren Dunlop. And then it is Amy Rowell in third place, 3:17.26. So our two leaders, Alexandru and Lauren, have a 6-second advantage. And Lauren is coming up alongside Alexandru now as we approach 300 metres. She's within half a body length of the Cumbernauld swimmer. But it is Alexandru, 3:49.22, 3:50.61. So Lauren is really closing that gap as this race progresses between herself and Alexandru, our leader. So they're pacing around 79. So a little bit slower after that last 100. Looking at a finish time of around 10:25. Which is certainly under the entry times for all of the swimmers in the pool at the moment. We'll see what happens as we progress. Alexandru ahead of Lauren Dunlop. He's opened that gap just a little, maybe. No, it's still around a second and a half between himself and Lauren in second place. Amy Rowell in third, 3:38.12. That gap is widening. It's now around 8 seconds between our two leaders, first and second, and third place swimmer. Going up to the turn, and Lauren is really making moves to come up alongside Alexandru. He'll see what she's doing, have to hold her off. He turns first, 5:08.82. Less half a second between the two of them, 5:09.12. Amy Rowell turns third, 5:18.59. That gap is widening between our leaders and third place.
Good race, Jackie, that we've got a fed with 400. Good race also for third place. Just keep me comment. There's two 13-year-old girls still part of the setup here. Eva Gordon in that previous heat ran about 10:50 finish as the fastest time. However, Rebecca Malling in lane 1 from Belsill Schatz, the 13-year-old in this one. Her pace at the moment is a little bit ahead of where Eva was at halfway. So she's looking good for the very worst of silver, with Charlotte Craig from Ren 96 to come in the next heat. So that's the 500 mark. It's pretty close at the head of affairs. 6:27.07, 6:27.61. Lauren Dunlop making a move. She's virtually upsides Alexandru Vasilov. Pace is just injected a wee bit there. We've been sitting into the sort of 79-ish. That's 78 and a quarter. So we've dropped from sort of mid 10.20s towards a 10.20 finish. And potentially maybe inside that. And it's Lauren Dunlop has really got the bit between her teeth now. A little between the two. 0.35. Alexandru with a wee bit to do now. He'll see the threat on his shoulder. Third place, Amirul gone clear of Rebecca and Scott, who are actually together, fourth and fifth. So game on with 200 to go. Lauren Dunlop upsides Alexandru Vasilos. It's just possibly Alexandru with a touch or nothing in it. 0.7. Sorry, 0.07 now. 7:46.23, 7:46.30. Just a slightly better turn from the Cumbernauld lad. Lauren Dunlop still in second place. Alexandru trying to pull something out. That last one I thought might have been a wee bit faster again, but it dropped down to 79. Lauren Dunlop just dropped back a second. Another really good turn from the Cumbernauld lad. He's gone about a body length clear. As Lauren Dunlop got something to offer with 125 to go. Amirul well clear in third. Rebecca Marling having a very solid race now. She's gone clear in fourth. It's about 5 seconds back on third place. Lauren Dunlop has worked hard over last 25 metres, and there's nothing between the two as we hit the bell. Lauren Dunlop just by 400s. 9:05 dead, 9:05.04. Race is really on, but Alexandru really out that turn, motoring. Can Lauren react to that one? That last one just under 79. We're on a potential somewhere around about 10:20. Lauren Dunlop, a lot to do now. She's gone over the body length back. Alexandru, I think he's got quite a bit left in the tank here. 50 to go. Out the final turn. Alexandru turns 9:42.18, 9:43.47. Little bit better turn maybe from Lauren, but she's got it all to do. 35 to come. Lauren Dunlop putting in a late surge. There's about a metre and a half between the two. The Dumfries Lass isn't finished with. She's coming through very strongly. Just over 50 to go. Alexandru's pulling it all out in the final stage. Alexandru Vasilos is going to come and take this one. What a great race between the two. Alexandru takes that. 10:18.40, 10:19.62. Great trims. And third place, Amirul. Pretty close to an entry time, 10:31.43. And a very solid sim from 13-year-old Rebecca Marling. 10:43.20 takes that down to 10:35.74. So that's the fastest time for the 13-year-old girls, 10:35.74. Well done, great race, Alexandru and Lauren, you gave us. So two 13-year-olds, City of Glasgow versus Ren 96. Who's going to get bragging rights in this one? City of Glasgow's Honor McCarty in lane one. Jack Keevan Ren 96 in 2. Ren 96 is Murray Johnston's in 3. City Glasgow, Daisy Goldie in 4. Back to Ren with Charlotte Craig in 5 and Caitlin Morton in 6 from City Glasgow. 10:09 to 10:26 are the entry times here, and it's Anna McCarty now with City Glasgow, our early leader. Pretty steady on breaststroke, but last 6-9 months our freestyles really come on leaps and bounds, so she's very much to the fore there, along with Daisy Goldie and the leading Ren lad, Murray Johnston. Those three, less than half a second really between them. 1:10.61. A little bit further back, the other two Ren swimmers, two 30-year-olds, Jack Givehan in lane 2, and the remaining 14-year-old girl, Charlotte Craig, in lane 5. Caitlin Morton some way back in 6th. At the moment it's Daisy Goldie. And she's opened up almost a 2-second advantage. Like a target maybe for Daisy and Murray perhaps. See if these two can get close or possibly under that psychological 10-minute mark. Both these swimmers turned 14 this year. And Murray about a body length back. Honor is also about a body length back. Daisy Goldie, 2:25.99. So we're in the sort of suspect 10-minute range here. Pacing a shade over 75 seconds, and they really need to maintain sort of 75, 76s to get them in that 10-minute range. Charlotte Craig just gone ahead of Jack in 4th place. Charlotte Craig pacing, I'd say, a little bit faster than Rebecca Marling. So at the moment, without preempting things, she may well look strong fancy to finish top girl in that 13-year-old age group. Well, a good race developing here. Daisy Goldie. Still about a body length clear. Murray's just doing what he needs to do, just stay on track. 3:42.84. Well, again, pretty steady around the 75-second mark. It's just a fraction, 76.85. So I just need to pick it up a wee bit to get inside 10. And Murray maybe wants to push on as well. He's just cut that gap down a fraction. Honor tries to stick with them. And Charlotte Craig going pretty well in lane 5, the 13-year-old. So at the turn, about a second between the first three swimmers. Anna McCarty still well there in lane 1. Well, Daisy Goldie is the Junior Open Water champion. She had a fantastic season last year, winning a lot of events over 1, 2, 4, 5k. Did really well at Snows, and we're looking forward to seeing her doing a lot of open water this year. She's dropped back into second here as Murray's got the bit between his teeth, 5:00.69. The pace has certainly dropped, and that's maybe why Murray's decided that he needs to push on here. Orla McCarty in lane 1. And in 4, Daisy Gilday. We'll see how the second half goes, Jackie. I'll pass over to you to complete this one.
Thank you, Robert. So we can see Murray, as Robert said, taken advantage perhaps of a bit of a drop in pace and decided to push forward. He's turned first there, ahead of Daisy. Daisy still well in touch with him, however. Still over 300 metres to go. Honor McCarty coming up and coming through in lane 1. She's probably ahead of Daisy Gilday at the moment. Right on the shoulders of Murray Johnson. But Honor may well turn first, and she does. 6:18.27, 6:18.37 for Murray, and 6:20.61 for Daisy. So they'll need to be aware of Honor in that in lane 1. So the pace had dropped over the last 100, around 77.5. So we're looking at a finish time of around 10:11. So 4th place Charlotte Craig, keep an eye on her. She's well on pace at the moment for gold medal as a 13-year-old female in this 800 metre race. So back to our leaders, and it is Honor McCarty ahead of Murray Johnson and Daisy Gilday. So just watch Honor flying through the water now, really beginning to open up the gap between herself and Murray Johnson. Honor turns there, 7:33.28, entering on a time of 10:26.04. Really moved the pace forward as Honor, 75 for the last 100. So we'll just keep watching it. Honor could get under the 10 minutes if she can keep this pace going. Murray Johnson in 2nd place, Daisy Gilday in 3rd. This is lane 1, Honor McCarty, 8:10.08. She's going to come down and hear the bell. So the pace ties, Robert. So she's really moving through 75 over that last 100. Let's keep an eye on the clock as she comes up to the turn with 100 metres to go. Well ahead of the rest of the field. Honor McCarty, 8:46.93. She's on for a sub 10 minutes at this moment in time. Murray Johnson, 8:56.10, 10 seconds behind Honor. Daisy Gilday, 2 seconds behind him, 8:58.05. So let's see, Honor may be on for around 9:57. She's reached the final turn just about. Turning now. 9:22.88 at the turn there. Can she keep this pace going? Watch, those arms and legs are working really hard as she motors down this final length. She's been looking to get under the 10 minutes if she can. Entered on a time of 10:26.04. What? Here we go, she's moving through, closing in, 9:56, 9:57, there we go. 9:57.46 for Honor McCarty. Looking back into the walk behind her, and Daisy Gilday has found that little bit extra. She's moved ahead of Murray Johnson. She will take 2nd place, 10:13.29, with Murray Johnson coming in third, 10:13.83. Hello, I'm getting stick here from Robert for not believing, having confidence in him for Honour's time there. But 9:57 was what he called, and he was spot on. So a good time there for our 13-year-old Charlotte Craig in lane 5, 10:21.85. I think that will see her as secure gold in the 13-year age group as we move on to the final heat, heat 6. So this is heat 6 of event 401, the last heat of our mixed 800-metre freestyle. Lane 1, Ryan Krabbe, Ren 96. 2, Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow. 3, Amber Hinton, Dumfries. 4, Aaron Machin, City of Glasgow. 5, Evie Chan, Ren 96. And 6, Jasper Broom, South Ayrshire. And it's City of Glasgow's Aaron Machin had the early lead there, turning in a time of 30.71. Jasper Broom in behind him, 31.86, and Amber Hinton, 32.44. We can see Amber is moving through the water, up now into second place, coming up alongside our leader, Aaron Machin. Aaron will take the turn. 106.72, 107.09 for Amber Hinton. Jasper Broom over in lane 6 in third. Andrew Patterson fourth. Ryan Krabbe and Evie Chan in behind them, as Amber Hinton goes up alongside Aaron Machin. Looks like she's moving forward from this angle ahead of him. We'll just watch what happens at the turn. I think Aaron's just got that. 142.95, 143.24 for Amber. Jasper Broom still in third place, 145.36 over in lane 6. So they are your top three as we come down to the turn after 200 metres. 1/4 of the race completed, and Amber looks like she now has the advantage, and we'll have that going into the turn. She's just about half a body length ahead of Aaron at the moment at this turn. 2:19.14, 2:19.86. So our entry times here, 2:36.50 for Amber. Start that again. 9:36.50 for Amber and 9:46 for Aaron. So we would expect to see, on paper certainly, Amber out in front. We'll see what Aaron can do to respond to her. She's certainly been leading the field in her racing this morning. She turns first, 2:54.41, 2:56.10. So she is moving ahead of Aaron. In behind him, Jasper Broom from South Ayrshire. Andrew Patterson, Evie Chan, Ryan Krabbe. So current pacing around a 9:33 finish, but Robert will lead you in the last half of this race. I dare say he'll have his predictions to share with you. 3:29.55 for Amber there. 3:33.65. The gap is really opening up between our first and second place swimmers. Jasper Broom 5 seconds behind Aaron. So well spread out field at this stage of the race. 400 meters when they come up to the back up to the dive blocks. Amber turning 4:05.87. As I said, moving well ahead of our second placed Aaron Machin. 6 seconds, just over 6 seconds of a gap opened up between these two. 4 seconds between second and third. Jasper Broom in third place. But Amber Hinton's leading this field well and truly as she comes up to the turn at 400 meters with half the race completed. Moving through the water really well there. 4:41.85 at the turn at 400 meters. Aaron Machin 4:49.855. The gap is widening. 4:52.72 for Jasper Broom. So just around 3 seconds between second and third. That's pretty steady. But it is Amber Hinton leading the field, and I will pass you over to Robert.
Thank you, Jackie. We're going to almost get a procession here from Amber Hinton. Really talented 14-year-old from Dumfries. Massively in front now, a full 10 seconds ahead. On paper, there were roughly 10 seconds difference for the 800 entry time. We've barely gone halfway, just over halfway, and that gap well over 10 seconds now. And we're turning in 5:53.07. Well, that third 100 was just over almost 17 and a half seconds. She sort of been a wee bit up and down. It's all down to practice doing these distance events. Even at 14, a lot of the swimmers have not had the opportunity to do a lot of distance events, especially after we came back from COVID. First year or two, it was more get them in the pool doing 50s, 100s, and eventually 200s. So some of the last maybe year and a half that swimmers have had the opportunity to get these longer distances and work and practice them. But we've got the Scottish National Age Group champion going extremely well. She won that when last year, a time well over 10 minutes. Aaron Machin was inside 10 minutes, finishing third in the boys' equivalent of this 800. He's finding it tough the second half of the race. His pace has really dropped down. He's now 14 seconds back. So it's hard to call potential finish time. I'm going to go for something pretty close to 9:30 at this point. We've got another 150 to go. Now Amber, maybe just slowing down that wee bit over the final stage. Looking for her turning pretty close to 9:20 here. Sorry, 8:20. I'd love to see a nice strong finish and get her under 9:30, but it might just be maybe a 9:31 finish here. Well, 9:20.01. Can she pull something really special out in the final stage? And Machin still 14 seconds further back. And third place. is Jasper Broom from South Ayrshire, having a steady swim over on that far side. Almost 50 to go for Amber. I was reckoning on pretty close to 9:31 finish. She's giving it everything, legs really going like the clappers down the final 25 or so. It's all about getting inside 9:36 today. Well, the clock, would love to see the clock. I've called it a 9:31 finish. I'm not going to be far out on that. 9:30.87, cracking swim, Amber. 9:43 or thereabouts for Aaron. Well, it's a wee bit out that. 9:45.01, just inside his entry time though. And a great swim from Jasper Broom, 9:51.03. Really great swim to take third and second overall in that age groups for the boys. And Andrew Patterson finishing in fourth place. Not have a time yet for Andrew. Evie Chan finishing in fifth and sixth. Ryan Crabb, Ren 96. We'll wait for the time which when Andrew came in, pads didn't register, or it was a very soft touch, so we'll just wait for our officials just to confirm that. There we are, 10:03.28, and that will Andrew third place overall in the 14-year-old boys. We'll confirm those results sometime fairly soon. But well done, Amber Hinton, taking that in 9:30.87. So as you can see, we've got the backstroke mechanisms going in. 5 heats for the boys, then 5 heats for the girls.
And we move on to event 402, the male open 11 to 14 200 metre backstroke. White heat, this is heat 1 of 5. Lane 1, Finlay Thompson, East Kilbride. 2, Liam Hendry, North Ayrshire. 3, Samuel McEwen, Cumbernauld. 4, Gordon MacLeod, South Ayrshire. Empty lane 5. 6, Rhys Ferguson of Ren 96. And I think it's Rhys Ferguson over in lane 6 that has the early advantage. He'll turn first. 6:41.42 for Rhys. Samuel McEwen 42.26. Liam Hendry 42.45. Finlay Thompson 44.15. And Gordon MacLeod in 45.21. So coming back out, Rhys is lane 3. Samuel McEwen, the Cumbernauld swimmer, there in the centre of the pool. He looks like he has the advantage over Rhys Ferguson now, as the boys come into the halfway mark, 100 metres completed. And it is the Cumbernauld swimmer who has the advantage ahead of Rhys Ferguson from Ren 96. Samuel McEwen turning there, 1:26.41, 1:29.39 for Rhys Ferguson, and 1:31.18 for Liam Hendry. So entry times here, 2:58 to 3:07. Two 12-year-olds and three 13-year-olds in this one. But it is the Cumbernauld swimmer, Samuel McEwen, that will lead the field into the final turn, ahead of Rhys Ferguson and Liam Hendry. Turn there for Samuel McEwen. He's looking to better his 2:58 entry time. Rhys Ferguson, 3:07.66, turning there in second place. Third place at the moment is Liam Hendry from North Ayrshire, but moving through is Gordon MacLeod from South Ayrshire there in lane 4. It will be the Cumbernauld swimmer that will take this. Keep an eye on the clock, looking for sub 2:58. And he's going to get that at 2:56.60. Well done. Rhys Ferguson will come in second. And the North Ayrshire swimmer, Liam Hendry, in third. So Rhys Ferguson, 3:02.70 and 3:04.89 for Liam Hendry.
Just give the medalists for the girls 800 free in the 12-year-old category. Casey Chris, gold medalist. 13-year-olds, Charlotte Craig, Rebecca Malling and Sarah McGuffey. Amber Hinton, Honor McCarty, Evie Chan, and the 14-year-olds. I'll give you the boys after this next heat. I'll quickly give you the boys while we're slightly late. Yassin Hatib, Jack Keevan and Jensen Basketeer. And in the 14-year-olds, Aaron Machin, Jasper Boom, Andrew Patterson. Well, we've only got 3 in this one, empty lanes in 1 and 2. Lane 3 is Nathan Zorro, Dumfries, and empty lane in 4. Hopefully Jack Kieran, he's just done an 800, has recovered. He's in lane 5 from Ren 96, and Orden McLeod, Grangemouth, goes in lane 6. 2:54 through to 2:58 entry times in this. And Jack Keevan from Wren, I literally just finished a few minutes ago doing that 800. Had probably about 15 minutes recovery time. Is the early leader in this one. Lord MacLeod, Grangemouth in second. Nathan Zorro, Dumfries. Fair bit back in third at the moment. So coming to halfway. Body length advantage that Jack has. Times in this are ranging from 2:54, as I say, to 2:58. And turning in 121.79. Sorry, 120.69, 121.79 for Oren. And a few seconds further back, and 124.47 is Nathan. So potentially looking at a time in the mid 240s here for Jack. Expect to split round about 203. 203.5, 203.51, 204.72 for Oren. Can Oren respond? Close that gap. At the moment, he seems to be making a wee bit headway. Jack still has the advantage. 20 metres to go. Jack virtually body line clear. Oren's coming back at him, but I don't think he's going to close too much in the final 10 metres. So Jack takes it. Oren second. And third place, Nathan, 244.19 and 244.60. Nathan, 248.44. Well done, lads. All well inside your entry times.
And this is heat 3 of event 402. Lane 1, Lewis Relly, South Ayrshire. 2, Blair Beverley, Lanark. 3, Luke Todd, Grangemouth. His teammate Conor McNaught swims in lane 4. 5, Kieran Naismith, Bellshill Sharks. And 6, Felix Broom of South Ayrshire. So the youngest swimmer here is the South Ayrshire swimmer, Felix Broom. The boys are 13 and 14. Felix just swimming as a 12-year-old this year. Times range from 2:47 through to 2:53. And at the 50 metres, 38.37 for Luke Todd, 39.14 for Conor McNaught, and 40.39 for Kieran Naismith. We are 1, 2 and 3 after 50 metres. It's a little bit slower than the previous heat, in fact. Time in 50 metres with 38.10, but it's time. So it is lane 3, Luke Todd, the yellowish cap of Grangemouth, who will turn first, and he does 1:20.24. So we are faster than the previous heat at the halfway mark by over a second. And it is still City of Glasgow, Samuel Ruff, that leads the field going into the final turn. Turning first, 2:00.80. Blair McCarroll, 2:01.18, and lane 6, Brodie Lydon in third place. So Samuel Ruff, can he keep this advantage? It's just about half a body length, but Blair McCarroll coming up. But Samuel is moving away. Got a body length advantage now to Samuel. Blair McCarroll is in second and Brodie Lydon in third. But let's watch lane 2. Struan Henry coming through really fast. He has the advantage over lane 6 and will take third place. So that's Samuel Ruff, 2:40.15, 2:42.15 for Blair McCarroll, and 2:43.59 for Struan Henry from Dumfries. And the final heat of event 402, heat 5. Lane 1, Max Corcoran, South Ayrshire. 2, Murray Johnson, Ren 96. 3, Nikolai Cisnet, City of Glasgow. Empty lane 4. 5, Logan Moffat, Bellshill Sharks. And 6, Daniel Lethem, Cumbernauld. So not unexpectedly, looking at the national age group champion Nikolai Cisnet out in front. Entry time this afternoon 2:11.10, by far the fastest entry time, so we would expect to see him out in front. He turned there in 31.26, just over 5 seconds ahead of second place Logan Moffat from Bellshill, and in behind him Daniel Lethem, Cumbernauld. 36.37 and 36.85 respectively for those two boys in second and third place. But Nikolai Cisnet coming up to the halfway mark now, showing his class in this stroke. He turns now 1:06.11. Lane 5, Logan Moffat will turn next. 1:15.58, and third place 1:16.74. Daniel Lethem, the 13-year-old from Cumbernauld. But right behind him, 1 second between him and lane 1, Max Corcoran from South Ayrshire. Nikolai Cisnet, as we can see, is nearly at the last turn of his 200-metre backstroke this afternoon. So this is all about second and third place. Nikolai's turned 1:41.67. So looking to come in hopefully under his entry of 2:11.10. Turning in second place, Logan Moffat, 1:55.80. Daniel Lethem, 1:58.52. There's about just over a second advantage over lane 1, Max Corcoran. So he'll need to watch what Max is doing as Max comes motoring down this final length. As Nikolai finishes there in a time of 2:16.52. Logan Moffat will come in next, take second place. And I think the Daniel Lethem, the Cumbernauld swimmer, will hold on to third. 2:33.61 for the Bellshill Shark swimmer. Daniel Lethem finishing in third in a time of 2:37.86.
So the girls are comment now underway. We kick off with just the 3 in the first one. Josephine Beaton, City Glasgow in 2. Owen Maxwell, Dumfries in 3. Teammate Tia Laidlaw in 4. All these girls just 12. And their entry time is just a smidgen over the 3-minute mark. So lane 3, Owen Maxwell, just with the advantage of just over a second, 41.50 at the first turn. So, Rowan, that's about a body length advantage as we approach the halfway mark. $125.94, 128.10 for Josephine, 130.96 Tia. So in the just under 3 minute pace at the moment. So the final turn, 2:12.66. So a good strong finish will get us hopefully around the 2:56, 2:57 mark. Josephine Peyton, so the Glasgow swimmer in second. He's gone pretty well. And Tia, maybe about 5 metres further back. Clock's at 2:45 as we get inside the final 10 metres. A nice strong finish, gets under the 2:56, 57 range, 2:55.25. Well done, Robin, and also well done to all three. Josephine under 3 minutes, 2:57.19, and Tia 3:02.02, virtually on her entry time. And we move on to the second of 8 heats. In 2 we have Iona Kellogg, Dumfries teammate, Millie Kerr in 3, Kayla McCauley, Lancall Avondale goes in 4, and in 5 Ailsa Chand, East Kilbride. Ailsa the only 12-year-old, the other girls all 13. Iona Kellogg in lane 2 after a strong start. See the girls' entry time is just under 3 minutes. The only one, the 12-year-old, is Ailsa Chan, 3:00.50. So lane 2 has the advantage after the first turn, 41.24, similar to the previous heat. Other 3 swimmers just over 43 seconds. Iona Kellogg at the moment is the race all to herself. Probably around 4 or 5 metres clear of the rest. And probably got Kayla McCauley in 4, just second at the moment. So approach halfway mark. Iona Kellogg about 4 or 5 metres advantage at halfway, turning in 1:25.35, a little bit faster than the previous heat. Well, almost 4.5 second advantage. And none of the other 3 girls making any inroads on the penultimate length. So this looks fairly comfortable victory for Iona. Going further away, the other 3 girls all pretty close now. Molly Kerr coming through strongly, maybe into second. So 50 to go. 2:11.15. Again, we're looking for a time pretty close to what we had in the previous heat. At the moment, anybody's race for third. Strong finish from East Kilbride's Ailsa Chan, the 12-year-old. He's going very strongly in the final 50. Oh, and a very strong finish here from Iona. Finishes in 2:53.18. Ailsa Chan gets under 3 minutes in 2:58.57. As does Kayla Macaulay, 2:59.29, 3:02.08 for Millie.
And this is Heat 3, Lane 1, Ellie Mayer, Hamilton Bath. 2, Rachel Cameron, North Ayrshire. 3, Ruby McInnes, South Ayrshire. 4, Lucy McFadden, Kintyre. 5, Christina Grubb, City of Glasgow. And 6, Erin Hastings, West Dunbartonshire. And it is Lane 3, Ruby McInnes, the 14-year-old from South Ayrshire, taking the early lead. Second place looks like it may lie with Lane 6. Erin Hastings. Just keep an eye on what happens at the turn. It is Lane 3, Lane 4, Lane 6 in that order. 39.74, 40.36, 40.96. So Ruby McInnes, Lucy McFadden, Erin Hastings were your 1, 2 and 3 after 50 metres. Erin Hastings swimming really well over there in lane 6. Looks to me like she has the advantage over the field as the girls go into the turn after 100 metres. Ruby McInnes coming back. She may well, yeah, she just has the advantage over Erin there at the turn. 1:23.93, 1:24.59, and in third place is Christina Grubb from City of Glasgow. So into the turn, the final turn of this 200 metres. Lane 3, 2:09.49, Ruby McInnes. Not sure the board's recording that because it looks like Erin Hastings, lane 6 is not shown currently. And she does look like she has second place. So we do need to wait for the board to update. No times recorded for lane 6 currently. Erin Hastings, second place, in behind Ruby McInnes. Lucy McFadden, the Kintyre swimmer, holding third at the moment, but she's being challenged for that as Ruby McInnes comes in to finish in first place in a time of 2:53.00. Erin Hastings finishes second. There we go. Her time, 2:56.22. And third place goes to lane 4, the Kintyre swimmer, Lucy McFadden, in a time of 2:57.26. And we move on to Heat 4, Lane 1, Elena Aqua, Sterling Swimming. 2, Grace Blair, Falkirk Otter. 3, Charlotte Smith, Sterling Swimming. 4, Abby White, Dumfries. 5, Martha McEachin, Scotia. And 6, Edie Laidlaw from Dumfries. So all 14 years of age, with entry times 2:51 to 2:53. But it's lane 2. Grace Blair, Falkirk Otter, she will turn first. Lane in behind her, lane 5, 37.84 for our leader, Grace Blair, 38.94 for Martha McEachin, and Charlotte Smith, 40.67 in third place at the first turn. So Grace Blair will lead the field in to the halfway mark. In behind her, Martha McEachin, the 14-year-old from Scotia, with Charlotte Smith in third place. 1:19.46 at the turn there for Grace Blair. Martha McEachin in second. Charlotte Smith in third. As the girls swim down to the final turn of this 200 metres. And Grace Blair, 2:03.81, final turn, 2:07.45 for the Scotia swimmer Martha McEachin, and Charlotte Smith, 2:10.42. So no change in our top 3 in this heat as they all turn and head for home. This one will go to our leader from the beginning, Grace Blair from Falkirk Otter. Martha McEachin will come in second, and although there seems to be a challenge, Edie Laidlaw trying to get herself up into third. I think she's going to run out of water, though, as Grace Blair finishes in a time of 2:46.18, Martha McEachin in 2:48.69, and Charlotte Smith 2:52.69.
Medalists for the boys, 200 back. 11-12-year-olds, Felix Broom, Rhys Ferguson and Finlay Thompson. 13-year-olds, Daniel Letham, Samuel Roth, Stuart Henry. Our 14-year-olds, Nikolai Sisnett, Logan Muppet, Max Corcoran. So on to Heat 5. Empty lane in 1. Sarah McGuffey, Sarah Glasgow goes in 2. Amy Rimmer, Belsall Sharks in 3. Empty lane 4. 5 is Brooke Stevenson, South Ayrshire. And 6, Say Hi Hazel Chew from Ren 96. 250 to 251. Very close on entry times in this. Not much between the 4 swimmers as they approach the first 50. It'll just be lane 3, lane 6 and 5 also well there at 40.26. Lane 5, 40.71. Lane 6 is Brooke Suet. Amy and Sarah close behind, just a fraction over half a second. Sarah McGuffey perhaps just forging ahead, coming down towards halfway. Sarah's had a good second half. She's opened up, whoa, big advantage now. 1:23.22. It's the second and a half. A nice turn from her. Brooke Stevenson in second. 1:24.80, and just a fraction further back, Amy Rimmer. So 75 roughly to go. Sarah's still going pretty well. Into the final turn, Sarah McGuffey turning 2:07.73. So on to pretty close to her entry time. 2:51 is her entry time. She's going to be pretty well on that. Might just be a fraction inside it down the final stretch if she pushes on. She's certainly trying to do. This is Brooke Stevenson. Those two clear of the rest. So 10 to go. Sarah McGuffey has had a good weekend. Going to take her fifth heat. 2:48.07. Second, Brooke Stevenson, 2:49.76. Nice inside their entry times. Both entered on 2:51, 2:54.53 for lane 3, Amy Rimmer, and 2:58.60 to High Hazel Chew.
And we move on to Heat 6, Lane 1, Rebecca Waters at Cumbernauld, 2, Ava Steele, Falkirk Otter, 3, Lucy Taylor, Lanark, 4, Megan Ferris, Cumbernauld, 5, Mirren Stewart, North Ayrshire, and 5, Emily Taylor, Lanark. 2 12-year-olds in this race, Megan Ferris and Emily Taylor. And it's Megan Ferris that looks like she has the early lead in lane 4, but watch lane 6, Emily Taylor. She's turning first, in fact, ahead of Megan, 37.68. Megan Ferris, 38.63. Ava Steele in 39.24 in third place at the 50 metres. And it is lane 6, Emily Taylor, leading ahead of Megan Ferris, but also coming through Ava Steele and Lucy Taylor. So it's the 12-year-old Emily Taylor who will lead the field into the turn at the halfway mark, doing so on a time of 1:19.13. Megan Ferris in behind her, 1:21.98, and Ava Steele, 1:22.08. So Emily Taylor continues the pace, moving well ahead of the rest of the field over there in lane 6. She entered on a 2:49.82. She's going to go into the final turn, 2:00.94. Looks on schedule at the moment to come well within her entry time. Megan Ferris, 2:05.32, and Ava Steele, 2:06.85. So 2 12-year-olds in first and second place here. So under a 2:49 for Emily is what she's looking for. An encouragement from the side of the pool from her teammates. 2:36, 2:37. And she's on well under her entry time. 2:42.09. Megan Ferris, 2:46.26, also smashing her entry time. 2:50.37 for Ava Steele in third place.
Emily McGuire in 1, South Ayrshire 1, Ayla Russo, Renfrew Bass 3, Lula Milne, City Glasgow 4, Yavia Shetty, Red 96 5, Charlotte McGavin, Hamilton Baths 6, Abigail Fagan, Red 96 2:44 to 2:46 is the range. Pretty close as you expect at the early stage. Lane 2 and 3, 37.12. And Russo just shades it from Lula Milne. At the moment it's Renfrew Bath swimmer. Oh yeah, nice second 50 here, extending that early advantage to 3 or 4 metres. And Dyla, one of the two 13-year-olds here, the second fastest time of the 13-year-olds remaining. 1:18:39, over 2 seconds ahead of Lula Milne, the other 13-year-old in this heat. Charlotte McGavin, Hamilton Bass, the best 14-year-old in this one. So, final turn. 2:01.50. And Russo still 3 seconds clear. So she's 2:45.50 entry time. Fingers crossed she comes maybe a second or two inside that with a nice strong finish. Nice strong finish indeed is what we're getting from Hamilton Bass. Charlotte McGavin over in 5. She's flying down the final stretch. So she's going to possibly post the fastest time so far for the 14-year-olds. Good finish, 2:43.82, 2:44.88 for Charlotte. And Russo takes that, and 2:47.97 in lane 3, Lula Milne, City Glasgow. And just to let you know, disqualification lane 1 for technical infraction. The swimmer unfortunately stopped about halfway through, if you're wondering why. There is a time on the board. I'll just ask our referees just to confirm that.
And the final heat of event 403, lane 1, this is heat 8, I beg your pardon. Lane 1, Gracie Haddo, South Ayrshire. 2, Ava Pettigrew, Cumbernauld. 3, Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. 4, Abby Henderson, also Rutherglen. Empty lane 5. And 6, Kayla McGaughey, City of Glasgow. And the early lead is lane 3, Casey Dixon from Rutherglen. All 14 years of age, these swimmers in the pool just now. All be looking to get there up into the gold, silver and bronze places. So Casey Dixon, 36.49. Ava Pettigrew, 38.67. And Gracie Haddo, 39.27. After the first 50 metres. Casey Dixon, couple of body lengths lead as they come down to the halfway mark. Lane 1 coming through fast. Gracie Haddo getting herself up on alongside Ava Pettigrew. But I think it's lane 1, 121.24, 121.36 for lane 2. And your second and third places there, but the first place, 117.20, Casey Dixon. So Casey Dixon, Gracie Haddo, Ava Pettigrew. 1, 2 and 3 at the halfway mark. Casey looks very comfortable out there in the lead. She's looking to improve her entry time of 2:34.54. She's where she should be on the basis of entry times, right out in front of this field. Goes into the final turn, 1:59.04. Gracie Haddo in behind her, 2:04.38. And Ava Pettigrew, 2:05.65. Casey Dixon, I don't think will be caught, but look at lane 1. Gracie Haddo really motoring through this last 50 metres. Firmly into second place. Probably too much to do to catch Casey now. So it will be Casey Dixon, Gracie Haddo, and lane 6 coming through. Kayla McGaughey. Casey Dixon finishes there, 2:40.82. Gracie Haddo, 2:43.61. And lane 6 did indeed take third place. Kayla McGaughey, City of Glasgow, in a time of 2:47.27. And we move on to event 404, the 11 to 14 100 metre freestyle male. So this is heat 1 of 9, lane 1, Finlay Thompson, East Kilbride. 2, Kerr Martin, City of Glasgow. 3, Nikki Tinch, Stirling Swimming, empty lane 4. 5, Reese Ferguson, Ren 96. Event 403, the results here, the 11 to 12, 200 metre backstroke. Emily Taylor, Lanark first. Second, Megan Ferris, Cumbernauld. Third, Robin Maxwell, Dumfries, 13-year-old girls. First place, Isla Russo, Renfrew Bass. Second, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. Third, Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow. Back to the pool, and it's lane 5. Reese Ferguson, Ren 96, has the advantage. The 12-year-old with an entry time of 1:16.80. And he's well ahead of the rest of the field. Had a 3.5 second advantage at the turn, and he'll come in to take this. In behind him we'll see Nikki Tinch, with a battle going on for third place at the moment. Finishing time there, 109.75 for Reese Ferguson. He'll be pleased with that. Nikki Tinch in a time of 1:15.22, and third place went to Kerr Martin in a time of 1:18.89. And Heat 2, Lane 1, Samuel McEwen, Cumbernauld. 2, Sam Perry, Lark Hall. 3, Joshua McCluskey, Kilmarnock. 4, Liam Hendry, North Ayrshire. 5, Gordon MacLeod, South Ayrshire. And his teammate Felix Broom goes in Lane 6. So to finish off the results for event 403, 200-metre backstroke, 14-year-old girls. First place goes to Casey Dixon at Rutherglen. Second place, Gracie Haddo, South Ayrshire. And third, Charlotte McGavin, Hamilton Baths. So at the turn, it is Lane 2, Sam Perry from Lark Hall at 34.64 ahead of Samuel McEwen, 35.31, and Felix Broom, 35.47. Lane 2 continues to have the advantage, but they are coming back. Look, watch Lane 1. Samuel McEwen, he's having a go at Sam Perry. Can Sam hold on to this? Watch Lane 6, Felix Broom, also moving through the water really well. I think Lark Hall Summer will hold this. He does indeed. 1:12.07, 1:12.70 for Felix Broom in second place. And third place went to Gordon MacLeod in a time of 1:13.26. Heat 3, Lane 1, Thomas Watson, Cumbernauld. 2, Charlie Lynn, Inverclyde. Empty Lane 3, 4, Zach Neeson, Lark Hall. 5, Struan Henry, Dumfries. And 6, Hayden Simpson, Mulgine Bears Den. 1 12-year-old goes in this, everybody else is 13. Thomas Watson is our youngest swimmer in Lane 1. And looks like he may have the advantage as the boys go into the turn. He does indeed, turning first in a time of 32.57. Thomas Watson, Cumbernauld. Struan Henry in behind him, 33.42. And Zach Neeson, 33.68. So Lane 1 continues to have the advantage, but he'll need to watch what's happening in lanes 4 and 5 as they are coming back at him. Zach Neeson, Struan Henry. Coming up alongside our swimmer in Lane 1, Thomas Watson. Lane 4 now has this, Zach Neeson, Struan Henry. Watch Hayden Simpson coming through really fast, but Thomas Watson will hold off this as the winner here, 109.51. In a time of 109.51, Zach Neeson. Second place, Struan Henry in a time of 109.72. And Thomas Watson, 1:12.03. Heat 4, Lane 1, Lewis Relly, South Ayrshire. 2, Scott Watson, East Kilbride. 3, Jack Gerard, Motherwell Wishaw. 4, Kieran Naismith, Bellshill Sharp. 5, Connor McNaught, Grangemouth. And 6, Lewis Sinclair, Rutherglen. 13 and 14-year-olds swimming in this heat. All around the 110, 120 to 190, so we'd expect this to be a really tight race. Lane 2, 33.08, Scott Watson. Lewis Relly, 33.39. Jack Gerard, 33.56 at the halfway mark. It's really not much between lanes 1, 2, 3. Lane 4 coming through. This is all going to be about the touch right at the end here. These three boys, lanes 1, 2 and 3. The advantage looks like it might go to Scott Watson. And it does. Scott Watson, 109.15. Lewis Relly, 109.18. And Jack Gerard, 109.20.
Heat 5 and empty lane 1. Jensen Basketeers, City Glasgow 2. Blair McCarroll, South Ayrshire 3. 4 Alexander Vasilov. Cumbernauld 4. Empty lane 5. Nathan Zorrell of Greece in lane 6. Some of these swimmers back fairly shortly after backstroke. Maybe lane 4. 31.60 just ahead. Alexander Vasilov from Nathan Zorrell. Also well there is Blair McCarroll in lane 3, coming through strongly as well. Jensen Basketeer. 4 lads all pretty tightly bunched here. It's just to think that yellow cap of Alexander with the advantage. Alexander's going to take this one. Nathan, I think, in second. And third place will be Blair. 106.25. Alexander 106.59. And 107.38. Empty lane in 1. This is heat 6. 2 Michael over 2. City Glasgow. 3 Daniel Letham, Cumbernauld. 4 Samuel Ruff, City Glasgow. 5 Rory McMillan, Stirling Swimming. And 6 Jack Higney, Cumbernauld. Might just be Jack over in lane 6 with the advantage. Michael also well there in lane 2. And then 5 is Rory. Lane 2 perhaps is just Michael, 31.86. Just a second or half a second or so clear of Jack. A very nice turn there for Michael, is giving a nice wee advantage down the stretch, and he's making that pay. Going a body length clear. A solid swim from the City Glasgow boy. Pulling well clear now. Very tight for second. Michael's got this one. Second place is Samuel, and in lane 3, Daniel. So well done, Michael. Go OW2. 106.17, 107.12 for Samuel Ruff. Daniel Latham, 107.21. Heat 7, 1 Mark Stirling, Boness, 2 Sam Curry, South Ayrshire, Max Corcoran. Also South Ayrshire 3. Logan Murphy is in 4 from Bellsall Sharks. 5. Yasin Hatib. Dumfries went pretty nicely in 6 is Conor Binney. Mulgan Bears then. Coming to the bottom turn. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is it? Not quite. Lane 3, 51.56, but all tight. Half a second between the whole field out that turn. Coming strongly through in lane 2. Sam Curry to put in a determined challenge. Max Corcoran is maybe just going to prevail here. It's Max just pulling it, the stops out here into the final few metres. Max has got this one. Sam in second, tight for third. Yasin will get third. 104.73. Well done, Max Corcoran. 105.41. Sam Curry, Yasin Hatib, 105.46. Penultimate heat, 8. 1, Max Buchanan, Renfrew Baths. 2, Andrew Patterson, City Glasgow. Good start, Leighton Bonner, Inverclyde in 3, Steph Fast Newstax, Stranraer Stingrays 4, 5, Jack Morrison, Cumbernauld, 6, Lewis Bray, Inverclyde. Now getting going over in 5, Jack Morrison from Cumbernauld, putting in a challenge to the early leader. In lane 3, Max Buchanan also well up there in lane 1. Very tight out the turn. Lane 3 just with the advantage. Leighton Bonner, Steph Newstax from Stranraer, Dunning in second, but don't discount lane 1. Max Buchanan coming through to try and challenge. Getting very tight. Stephen Newstax also charging at the death. It's the orange cap of Stranraer. Stephen Newstax coming through to take this one, I think. It's tight, but Leighton's coming back. Oh, it's very tight at the death. Leighton gets it, does he? Just, oh, it's a dead heat. Great race, boys. 103.38 for both, Stephen. Yeah, yes, Stephen. Well done, boys. Great to see that. And 104.66. Andrew Buchanan, you've just got to settle for third. Final heat, Brodie Lydon 1, City Glasgow 2, Lance McMahon, Helensburgh 3, Aaron Machin going well from City Glasgow 4, Tyler Maurice, Stirling Swimming, and over in 6, Caelan Cardy, Stirling Swimming. Well, very tight. Lane 1 is going particularly well, Brodie Lydon, City Glasgow. Lane 2 and 3, McMahon, Aaron Machin well there as well. It's tight, lane 1, 2 and 3. 4 and 6 further back. It's very tight indeed. 0.2 between Aaron Machin turning in second, Brodie Lydon. At the moment, Brodie Lydon has all the answers, but Aaron Machin coming through between them. Lance McMahon got another cracking finish ahead of us. Great Aaron Machin with a late surge. Is he going to prevail? Aaron Machin is making. Aaron Machin is going to take this. Second in lane 2 and lane 1, Lance McMahon and Brodie Lydon. 101.09, 101.73, Lance McMahon, Brodie Lydon, 101.94. Another cracking race there. We saw about there the Mike playing up towards the death, so that completes the boys' 100 free. We move on to the girls' 100 free. 10 heats ahead of us.
We'll just go back. So this is event 405, the female 11 to 14 100 metre freestyle. There are 10 heats this afternoon, and this is heat 1. Lane 1, Josephine Painton, City of Glasgow. 2, Holly Walker, Cumbernauld. 3, Beth Gillis, Hamilton. 4, Ella Gilbert, Kilmarnock. 5, Anna Wilson, Inverclyde. And 6, Heidi Addison, Hamilton Baths. The early advantage, it's lane 3, Beth Gillis, Hamilton Baths. She will turn first. 34.88 for Beth Gillis. Holly Walker, 35.49, and Anna Wilson, 35.54. In behind our leader. Holly Walker. Sorry, that isn't a Cumbernauld cap in lane 2. I'm not aware of the identity of the Ren 96 swimmer, but coming in first is Beth Gillis from Hamilton Baths, and the swimmer in second place is Kavya Shetty. Apologies, Kavya, we didn't have that noted. 1:13.29 for... No, start that again. Lane 3, Beth Gillis, 1:11.40. Lane 5, Anna Wilson, 1:13.29. And lane 2, Kavya Shetty 1:14.03.
Our second heat, Taylor Laidlaw in 1, Dumfries 2, Erin Purden, Lanark 3, Sandy Keddy, Cumbernauld 4, Eva Ferretti, Morgan Bearsden 5, Casey Chris, East Kilbride 6, Ella Craig, Ren 96. Nice start in lane 3 from Sandy. It's maintaining that advantage, and those of you watching on live stream, you've got a nice arrow formation, which is very much going to seeding on the times in this event. Leaders in the centre, slower swimmers in the outside lanes, and it's very much going to form in this one. Sandy Kerry, Cumbernauld, entry time of 1:12.80, turning in 34.21, and she's well clear. She's on a super swim, the 13-year-old. Coming through strongly, Casey Chris, East Kilbride, the 12-year-old, might snatch second. She will. Right about the winner, Sandy Keddy takes that. 1:09.46. Casey Chris second, and in third, well, another 12-year-old, Ella Craig, sneaked in to take third, just ahead of Erin Purden.
And heat 3, lane 1, Sophie Haining, Bells Hill Shark. Her teammate, Amy Rimmer, in lane 2. 3, Ellie Mayo, Hamilton Baths. 4, Jessica Simpson, Lark Hall. 5, Isla Russo, Renfrew Bath. And 6, Robin Maxwell, Dumfries. Just got the results here of event 404, the boys 11 to 12, 100 metre freestyle. In first place, Reese Ferguson, Ren 96. Second, Thomas Watson, Cumbernauld. Third, Felix Broom, South Ayrshire. 13-year-old boys, Yasin Hattab, Dumfries first. Nathan Zaral, also Dumfries in second. And Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow third. 14-year-old boys, Aaron Machin first, City of Glasgow. Lance McMahon, Helensburgh second. And Brodie Lydon, City of Glasgow third. And at the turn, and it's lane 5, Isla Russo, Renfrew Baths, leading ahead of Jessica Simpson and Ellie Mayer. But through comes Ellie Mayer, the 13-year-old from Hamilton Baths in lane 3. She going to take this? She certainly appears to have the advantage, and she does, ahead of Jessica Simpson and Isla Russo. 1:09.16 for Ellie Mayer, 1:09.32 for Jessica Simpson, and 1:09.40 for Isla Russo.
Heat 4, 1, Eva Gibson, Cumbernauld. 2, Livia Lynn in Macleod. 3, Rebecca Waters, Cumbernauld. 4, Charlotte McGavin, Hamilton Baths. 5, Alana Barker, Stirling Swimming. And 6, Lucy McFadgen, going really well over that far side from Kintyre. She's now the leader. Also coming strongly through in lane 1. Actually lane 1 who has advantage, Eva Gibson. from Cumbernauld. It is indeed 33.41. That was other side of the pool, 33.98. Lucy McFadden. So Cumbernauld, Siva Gibson really motoring down that second half and miles clear. Oh, she's travelling very nicely indeed. 3 or 4 clear. Coming through into challenge for second, Charlotte McGavin, Hamilton swimmer in lane 4. The outright winner by more than a body length. Eva Gibson, Charlotte McGavin, and just getting second, third is Lucy McFadden. 1:10.46, just a smidgen slower than the previous heat for Eva. 1:11.51 for Charlotte, Lucy 1:12.24.
And move on to Heat 5, empty lane 1, 2, Elsa Chan, Elsa Chan, East Kilbride. 3, Emma Patterson, City of Glasgow. 4, Lucy Taylor, Lanark. 5, Jenny Maguire, Hamilton Bath. And 6, Isla Galt, Stirling Swimming. Possibly lane 2, Elsa Chan having the advantage as the girls go into the turn. She does 32.98. Jenny Maguire in behind her, 33.12. Lucy Taylor right behind, 33.54. As a 12-year-old from East Kilbride continues to have the advantage as we come down to about 25 metres to go. They are coming back at her. Watch lane 5, Jenny Maguire. Really moving well. She looks to have gained the advantage now. I think this will be Jenny's race, but Elsa's coming back. All about the touch there. Goes to Jenny Maguire, 1:08.000. Elsa Chan, 1:08.34. And lane 3's Emma Patterson in third place, 1:08.81.
The heat number 6. 1 is Kimberley Cameron, North Ayrshire. In 2 we have Niamh Moore, Western Bartonshire. 3 Emily Taylor, Lanark. 4 Mia Loudon, North Ayrshire, empty lane. And 5 and 6 Edith Leader from Dumfries. 2 middle lanes with the advantage. Mia Loudon, North Ayrshire, 14-year-old in lane 4. Also going well. Lane 3 Emily Taylor, but Kimberley Cameron, North Ayrshire may just be the leader. She is indeed, 32.89, half a second roughly between the 2 girls in the middle lanes. Slightly better turn from lane 3 Emily Taylor, and she's still got work to do to come through and take this one. Kimberley Cameron still with a possible advantage, but here comes the Lanark lass, the 12-year-old. Other girls all 14, and she's really motoring down the final 30. Scooshed this by about 4 metres and a cracking time, 1:07.54. Lane 6 comes through very, very smoothly. Edith Laidlaw, 1:10.51 and 1:10.90 in third place, Mia Loudon.
And heat 7, lane 1, Megan Ferris, Cumbernauld. 2, Cara Broadley, Stirling Swimming. 3, Lauren Dunlop, Dumfries. 4, Rebecca Mallin, Bells Hill Sharks. 5, Olive Jeffrey, Lanark. And 6, Connie Hart, South Ayrshire. Connie Hart over there in lane 6. Looks like she has the advantage of the field at this moment. All the youngest swimmer 12 in lane 1, but it's Connie Hart, South Ayrshire swimmer, who will turn first. She does so 31.75 ahead of Megan Ferris, 33.16, and in turn ahead of Rebecca Mallin, 33.57. So Connie Hart, Megan Ferris, they're all coming back at them. Connie Hart still has the advantage ahead of Megan Ferris. Connie Hart, this will be her race. It's all about second and third in behind. Megan Ferris really still swimming well. She's got the advantage for second place as Connie Hart comes in to finish 105.75. Megan Ferris 108.67, and third place goes to Lauren Dunlop in a time of 109.11.
So we move on to our 8th heat. Empty lane 1, 2 Abby Henderson, Rutherglen, 3 Ava Pettigrew, Cumbernauld, 4 Martha McKeitchen, Scotia, 5 Lula Milne, City Glasgow teammate Amy Rowell in 6. It's the City Glasgow girls, Amy Rowell over in 6, and Lula Milne in 5 with the advantage. Lane 4, 32.87, turning third is Martha McGeechin. Could we have a coach from Cumbernauld to the start end? Coach from Cumbernauld, please. Thank you very much. So the Glasgow, I've got this one in lane 6. So uncomfortable win for Amy Rowell. Martha McGeechin. Jackie's Fancy finished pretty well to take second, and third Lula Milne, City Glasgow, 107.87 and 108.23. Our winning time 106.46.
And this is Heat 9, the penultimate heat. Lane 1, Rebecca Marsh, Renfrew Bath. 2, Gracie Haddo, South Ayrshire. 3, Evie Chan, Ren 96. 4, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 5, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. And 6, Ruby McInnes, South Ayrshire. Really tricky to say lane 6 after you've just announced Ren 96. Always want to say lane 7. Right, back to the pool. And it's lane 4, Amy Dobson turning first, 32.11, ahead of third Charlotte Craig, the only 13-year-old in this heat, in a time of 32.20, and Gracie Haddo in behind them, 32.71. It is lane 4, Amy Dobson continues to have the advantage, but coming through nicely in lane 2, Gracie Haddo. Watch lane 5, Charlotte Craig also moving well. She's got herself up into second, but this race belongs to Amy Dobson, the Kingston swimmer. Oh, lane 5 took that, 106.78 in second place, 106.89 for third place, but Amy Dobson's finishing time, 105.77, finishing and winning time.
So 1, Daisy Gilday, City Glasgow in 1. Casey Dixon, Rutherglen 2. Amber Hinton, Dumfries in 3. 4 is Caitlin Morton, City Glasgow. 5, Eva Gordon, City Glasgow. And 6, Brooke Stevenson, South Ayrshire. Just a 113-year-old Eva Gordon, lane 5 in this one. Rest all 14. Amber Hinton, having had a really excellent 800, is only in 4th place. And she'll fly down the final stretch in lane 6. It's Brooke Stevenson with the advantage at the turn, and she's still going pretty well, but here comes the white cat of Amber Hinton. Dumfries coming through strongly in the second half of the race, winning it very comfortably indeed. Second place is tight. It's going to be Brooke in 6 and in 4. Caitlin Morton very tight for those minor places, but 102.63 Amber Hinton, 104.01 Brooke Stevenson, 104.16 Caitlin Morton. Well done, girls. And now to move to 50 breaststroke, 5 heats.
And this is event 406, the 11 to 14 50 metre breaststroke. And this is heat 1 of 5. Lane 1, Nicky Forrest Kalamakis, City of Glasgow. His teammate, Kerr Martin, goes in lane 2. Rory Stevenson, Falkirk Otter in lane 3. Nikki Tinch, Stirling Swimming in lane 4. And lane 5, Adam Khan, Milngavie and Bears Den. So the early lead goes to the Milngavie and Bears Den swimmer, Adam Khan, over there in lane 5. Nikki Tinch in behind him, and Rory Stevenson. He make the 1, 2 and 3. The boys coming up to the finish now. Looks like it will be lane 5. Adam Khan ahead of Nikki Tinch and Rory Stevenson. The times for the boys, 43. Sorry, I beg your pardon, wrong way round. Nikki Tinch got that in a time of 43.24. Adam Khan in behind him, 43.47, and Nikiforos Kalamaris in 49.04. We don't have a time for lane 3. However, the board will need to be updated with a time for lane 3. You'll notice that's missing. Probably change what I've just read out. And that's update the board there. So lane 3, 45.50. Rory Stevenson in 3rd place.
Heat 2, Kilroding, Falkirk Otter. 2, Michael Udipud from City Glasgow. 3, Nathan Zurrell, Dumfries. 4, Jack Gerard, Motherwell and Wishaw. And 5, Kieran Naismith, Gilsilk Sharks. Now, Michael had a good swim earlier this afternoon. He's going well in this breaststroke heat. Jack's also coming through strongly in 4, and it looks as though it's now Jack Gerard from Motherwell and Wishaw who's going to take this inside the final few metres. Mother shows Jack Judd takes that 39.82. Michael, would it be 2? City Glasgow 42.21 and 43.40 in lane 1. Kilroding, Volker Otters.
And heat 3, lane 1, Oliver McHugh, Renfrew Bath. 2, Mark Sterling, Bowness. 3, Jack Morrison, Cumbernauld. 4, Ethan Alexander, City of Glasgow. 5, Frank Nemiec, Grangemouth. 6, Ewan Rendell, Milngavie and Bearsden. And that's Jack Morrison, Cumbernauld. The early advantage here. Coming up right beside him, however, Mark Sterling, Bowness. Lane 1, Oliver McHugh swimming really well. As it could go to Oliver McHugh, I think, from Renfrew Baths, and it does. 39.95. Mark Sterling in behind him, 40.27 and 40.60 for Jack Morrison from Cumbernauld.
Heat 4, Alexander Vassilos, Cumbernauld in 1. 2, Lewis Riley, South Ayrshire. 3, Jack Higney, Cumbernauld. 4, Zach Neeson, Blackhall Avondale. 5, Penham Baird, South Ayrshire, and his teammate Sam Curry goes in lane 6. Strong start in 3, Jack Higney, Cumbernauld. Also well there in 1, Alexander Vassilos and Zach Neeson. Blackhall Avondale in 4, coming through very strongly as well. It's the 2 centre lanes. Jack Higney in 3, and in 4, Zach Neeson. That looks to be the 1-2 with possibly lane 5 and 1 close behind. Zach Neeson, 39.96. Jack Higney, 40.36, and lane 5, Penham Baird, 40.62 takes that.
So this is the final heat. Lane 1, Lewis Bray, Inverclyde. 2, Nikolai Cisnet, City of Glasgow. 3, Ryan Krabby, Ren 96. 4, Stepens Nastiuks, Stranraer. 5, Angus Woods, beg your pardon, empty lane 5. 6, Kaelin Cardy, Sterling Swimming. And it is the Stranraer lad in lane 4, Stepens Nastiuk, who is going to take this. Doing so in a time of 33.76 ahead of Lewis Bray, 36.02, and Nikolai Cisnet, 36.26.
So on to the girls' 50 breast. 1 we have Josephine Payton, City Glasgow. 2, Myrne Ramsey, Inverclyde. 3, Erin Long, Red 96. 4, Alexander Nushta from Stranraer Stingrays, empty lane in 4. 5 rather, and Heidi Addison, Hamilton Bath, goes in lane 6. Oh, big brother won the last heat. His sister looks as though she's going to win this one. Alexander Nushta Stranraer looks as though she's just going to take this one. Erin Long in second. 43.67 and 44.35. Third place, Heidi Addison, Hamilton Bass, 45.39. Girls 11-1200 freestyle. Winner was Emily Taylor, Ailsa Chan second, and Megan Ferris third.
And heat 2, lane 1, Holly Harvey, Milngine Bearsden. Empty lane 2, 3, Jessica Simpson, Lark Hall. 4, Cara Gray, Motherwell Wishall. 5, Robin Maxwell, Dumfries. And 6, Ella Craig, Ren 96. And it is lane 3 with the early advantage. Jessica Simpson from Lark Hall, just ahead of Cara Gray, Motherwell Wishall. Jessica Simpson moves away from the field. She's got half a body length advantage as they go into the closing stages of this 50-metre race. This will be Jessica's, I think. And indeed it is. 43.09. Behind her, Cara Gray, 44.07. And in third place, Holly Harvey in a time of 44.43.
13 1, 2, 3 in the 100 free. Eva Gordon, Charlotte Craig, Lula Milne. 14-year-olds, Amber Hinton, Brooke Stevenson, Caitlin Morton. Heat 3, 1, Gracie Haddo, South Ayrshire. 2, Charlotte Smith, Stirling Swimming. 3, Anna Law, Blackhall Avondale. 4, Jenny McGuire, Hamilton Bass. 5, Eva Gibson, Cumbernauld. 6, Hannah McMillan, North Ayrshire. Blackhall Avondale. Anna Law well clear at the moment. And it's as though she has this wrapped up with about 20 to go. Anna Law, Blackhall Avondale. Really well clear in this one. Second place, Charlotte Smith, Stirling Swimming in lane 2. And third place, fast finishing lane 4, Jenny McGuire, Hamilton Baths. 39.46 for Anna, 43.21 Charlotte, and 43.51 Jenny McGuire. The boys 50 breaststroke, 11-12-year-olds, Nikki Titch, Adam Kahn and Nicholas Kalamiskis.
And heat 4, lane 1, Rebecca Marsh, Renfrew Bath. 2, Megan Ferris, Cumbernauld. 3, Kavia Shetty, Ren 96. 4, Emma Patterson, City of Glasgow. 5, Nina Spirit Hawthorne, Inverclyde. 6, Amy Gill, Grangemouth. So it could be the Inverclyde girl in lane 5 with the early advantage. Coming back at her, lane 2, Megan Ferris, the 12-year-old from Cumbernauld. Really tight. Lane 1, Rebecca Marsh, also swimming well. Difficult to tell, but it looks like it's Nina that's going to take this. And she does. No, beg your pardon. That was Emma Patterson. In a time of 42.16, 2/100ths of a second, splitting her and our second place swimmer, Nina Spirit Hawthorne. And in third place, Amy Gill, Grangemouth swimmer, in a time of 42.26.
13 boys breaststroke, Oliver McHugh, Zach Neeson and Kynan Baird. Eva Ferretti in 1, Balngan Bearsden. 2, Isadora Holmes, Mulgine Bearsden. 3, Abby White, Dumfries. 4, Grace Blair, Falkirk Otter. 5, Sophie Haining, Belsilk Sharks. 6, Ella Russo, Renfrew Bass. Might just be the Falkirk swimmer, Grace Blair. Very tight, but coming into the final 15. Grace Blair from Falkirk just forging ahead. That's Grace Blair, I think, is going to take this one. Lane 5 in second, and maybe in lane 2. 40.08. Grace Blair, Sophie Haining, 40.85, and Isadora Holmes, 40.96. The 14-year-old boys breaststroke, Stefan Neustadt, Sterner Stingrays, Lewis Spray, Invertide, Nikolai Sisnett, City Glasgow.
And the final heat of the afternoon and of the weekend, heat 6, event 407. 1, Abigail Fagan, Ren 96. 2, Iona Lynn, Scotia. 3, Honor McCarty, City of Glasgow. 4, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 5, Neve Moore, Western Bartonshire. And 6, Connie Hart, South Ayrshire. And the early lead goes to Honor McCarty, the 14-year-old from City of Glasgow. Well ahead of the field as she goes down into the final metres of this 50-metre race. It's all about second and third in behind her. Really tight as Honor McCarty finishes there. 35.06. Second place goes to lane 4, Amy Dobson, 38.86. And Connie Hart, South Ayrshire, in third place, 39.75. However, one of those scores times, we're waiting for a time for lane 5. So once we have got that, the scoreboard will update itself. So at the moment, the clear winner was Honor McCarty. It doesn't make a change in the difference now that the scoreboard's been updated. So Honor McCarty, Amy Dobson and Connie Hart, your 1, 2 and 3 in the final heat of this weekend racing here at West District's Long Course Championships, weekend 2. Thank you very much to everybody joining us on live stream. Thank you to all of those joining us on the spectator gallery, and of course a huge thank you to our volunteers, both front of house and behind the scenes. Couldn't run the weekend without you. Thank you very much for your time this weekend. Safe journey home to all our swimmers and team managers, coaches, and of course our volunteers and spectators. It's goodbye from myself, Jackie Smith, and my colleague Robert Taylor. I think we'll see you back here at the Dolans in the weekend of the 23rd, 24th of March for our pre-snags meet. Please be aware that the times for that are very different to what you've seen over the last 2 weekends. So please check that before you, when entering, so that you are aware. I think it's something like a 2:30 p.m. start, both on the Saturday and the Sunday. So thank you very much. I don't have any more results at the moment. As soon as I do, I'll read those out.
Jackie's just passed me the final set of results. Megan Ferris, Alexander Mistaka and Erin Long in the 11-12-year-olds. 30-year-olds, Anna Lawn, Sophie Haining, Emma Patterson. And the 14-year-olds, Honor McCarty, Amy Dobson, Connie Hart. So please, everyone, if you haven't already done so, collect the medals down at the medals desk before you leave. And as Jackie says, safe journey home. We're back here second last weekend, I think in March, for the pre-snag, so look forward to seeing you then. I might see some of you at the schools here on Friday, which I think is an 8 o'clock start or an 8 o'clock warm-up. I'm not sure of all the timings yet.